Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the 18th qualifier for the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 8. Should be a good one. Tracking today we have Mr. Moxie, Carliana, Tom will Talk, and myself. And on comms we have Out of This World Burrito and New IT Guy, and they will take it from here.
All right, thank you very much, baseball. And as Baseball said, welcome to the 18th qualifier, season 8. We're almost through the 20 set. Hard to imagine, but it's been a long road with a lot of fun seeds. Which this one's looking like a hot start, as we were talking about earlier in the restream chat. We get Fire Medallion start with Child and Bolero. New IT, what do you think?
I think we should check to see what's on Crater. That's what I think.
Yeah, we're getting some strong Crater vibes here. We know for sure it's Crater if Child starts in Crater. That's the play. But maybe we'll start in Lake and it'll just be a nice fun time. So for anyone who this might be their first qualifier of the season, a reminder of what we're going for here is that the random child spawn is at random as it is. Ganon's Castle boss keys on 6 medallions, so our runners will be looking for all of those. A vanilla adult spawn, so Temple of Time, and Rainbow Bridge is vanilla, which is Shadow and Spirit Medallion, plus light arrows to access Ganon's Castle. So Ganon's Castle, the normal light arrow hint in there is not super helpful right now. And it looks like our runners are about to get started here, waiting for the password entry and the lovely password system that was introduced this season. Love it very much. It's very cool. I also, again, like that is themed to notes, and there goes Zephyr already put it in. Alpha, Hyper, and Sin all getting ready here. They're just excited to start. What do you think, IT?
Oh, yeah. Got some
These are all really excellent racers, by the way. You're going to see a lot of hot plays, fast checks. So it's going to be a really good qualifier tonight for us. But it looks like Child Start is Gerudo's Fortress. Sick. All right.
Yeah, Valley Lake. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Valley Lake. Let's go, gamers. All right, this is probably the funniest start to get, given the Bolero and Fire Emblem start. So
this is gonna take some precision here because they do not throw you on the other side of the bridge if you get caught. They throw you in the water.
Oh yeah.
Aww. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So half of them were able to get by the Gerudos, but half of them were not.
Like Shadow Temple wooden walls are dead.
Mm-hmm. So this is interesting because this is something that we normally would not see in in these settings normally, because Dungeon ER is not turned on. But GTG as Child Link could be something.
Yeah, GTG as Child Link would be pretty spicy, I'd agree. And then also, as chat's pointed out, they found blue fire arrows there in Valley in the crate. And to your point earlier, you mentioned this in the restream lobby while you were waiting, is that it looks like Zephyr might be going for that early adult play, taking Al up immediately. However, it looks like Alpha is going on a dairy run to Long to check Epona's on to get that out of the way. They got the rupees for Super Cuckoos, and they'll check Silo there. So seeing different strategies right off the bat, with Zephyr also grabbing Hylian Shield to make the most of their earlier adult run. Oh, here come the hits. Earl Tomb's Sun Song, Inside GC's Foolish, Lost Woods, and GF.
Yep.
I think.
Yep. IGC being foolish is kind of interesting. Presidents. That's kind of nice.
I think Gerudo Fortress being foolish is interesting considering that's child spawn. I know that doesn't mean anything, but I just think it's funny and cruel. Din's, yeah, Din's early is really nice. That's a load off our mind for Shadow Temple.
Yeah, and And if I'm remembering right, you can't actually... Oh, we're getting a pedestal check here. Otter. Okay. We got a spirit mad blocking the forest song. Let's see what else is there. And then
That's
forest blocking burning cag. But shadow and water being our two bridge condition makes that kind of understandable why IGC is foolish.
Mm-hmm. And then we just
'cause
found
of the
Zelda's
item
Lullaby
requirements. Yeah.
on Bolero. So to your point, yeah, checking Bolero early, it was the play. It looks like Silo is that Lens? I think it was Lens. Couldn't tell. That was a quick peek on Alpha there. I guess if it was Lens, they'd probably be... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it is Lens. You never know when you gotta do that chess minigame. Alpha's not taking the risk, playing it safe. Shooting the sun is dead. Thank you, chat.
Okay, so they can do the carpenter fight as a
Okay.
shot.
This is interesting.
There's just some logical stuff, but...
So Zephyr found boss key for Volvagia in the first check in the boss room right before it. So early boss key is interesting for fire. So you might be able to get away with not climbing fire this seed, which would save a lot of time.
Yeah, it also tells you where hovers are probably at. Meaning needed, but logically at least.
Right. So Zephyr's getting out of fire, it looks like. Alpha finishing up at Lon Lon, and Hyper still as Child, checking Kokiri. Sin having the same idea, it looks like.
Yeah.
And it looks like Alpha's taking the same play of going to Kokiri to get some of those checks. All of our runners taking similar but different routes here, so we're getting a lot of information really fast at the beginning of the stream, which is pretty normal during these qualifiers.
Oh, Mido, you Provido for once.
Let's see. Oh, Wind. We already have 2 spells. And Boomerang. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
And Nut upgrade. Or just Nuts.
That was a nut
Nuts.
upgrade.
Oh, not great.
Yeah. Stone Jabu's bad, but if 30, 40, or 50 are even required, Boomerang's going to be invaluable for that.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely one of those items where you don't want to look... Oh, check-in Skull's also up in Zephyr.
Well, unless people want to go 50 deep for that stick upgrade, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like 30 through 50 are all dead, and it sounds like Frogs 2 are dead from a hint.
Yeah. Still, it'll make getting 20 pretty easy with the Boomerang.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely... Boomerangs or hook shots, always very nice to find early when you're getting for that 20. So we got Zephyr still running through Adult, CAC, Alpha, getting through Kokiri, and Sin and Hyper going through Lost Woods right now.
Nothing in Shield Grave.
Yes, Ocarina minigame, let's not forget it.
I agree with skipping some of these checks. Yeah, it's a small chest, but I mean, early, I like to open some to try to find early bomb shoes.
Yeah, I agree. Early choose is always the play that people are hoping for when checking those small chests, but it is diminishing returns over time, especially once you
speaking
find
of
bag,
bomb
obviously.
shoes.
Yeah, Sin found some. Lost Woods is foolish, but looks like they got explosives.
Yep.
Looks like something in Spirit.
I don't think Cinny knows that Lost Woods is foolish.
No, they didn't go to market.
Right. Oh.
Child Spirit required.
That was
Yeah, I didn't quite...
GTG to Morpha, I believe.
Oh, okay.
In the thing, or was it Colossus?
Colossus to Bongo.
I don't know what I saw then. I swear it said GTG to Morpha and the Insignies. Oh, okay.
We're looking at different things.
Okay, I'm not crazy. Okay, good. The dementia has not fully set in yet.
20's a rupee, dude.
Hell yeah. It's a rare 20 hit.
Yeah, the 20's dead. Dang, okay.
We're going 10 deep.
Alright, so it looks like Hyper playing Serenade, going back to Hylia.
For content, yes, we do want Requiem on OOT.
Yeah, for our racers don't, but we do.
Yeah.
Oh, let's peek that crate. I couldn't tell what that was. I don't know how Zephyr intuited that.
That looked like magic.
Did it? Looked like a toilet paper to me.
It looked small. It wasn't spinning on an axis, so it's not hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked silver, and the only thing I can think of is that's what color the magic is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, like Toph is saying in chat, I was thinking maybe a bottle, but
yeah, it could be a bottle. It definitely not. It definitely wasn't Rito's letter though. That looks completely different.
Yeah, Rito's letter's on its side, right?
Yep. That was a change in season 6 or 7 to make it sideways to make it easier to peek, and then people can mistake it for a heart container instead. Not gonna say which comm does that all the time, but they need to open their eyes more.
Oh, Dampay's got strength.
Ooh.
Oh, we found Bob Bag on shooting gallery child. I think we're finding all our sphere zeros here.
Right.
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say what the speed of this seed might be. I'm not going to jinx it yet. Maybe later. Alright, we're about to find out what's on Windmills. Check here. So Standing Piece of Hearts, dead. And then we got Song of Time. Interesting. Rock of Destiny outside Market. It's got a big box here. Let's see what it is on Hyperstream. Prescription, cool.
Where's the bigger on hit?
Alright, so it looks like Sin backing Guru Fortress's Child and using Serenade to get to Hylia fast. Alpha is finishing up in Lost Woods, it looks like. Hyper is checking grottos with those bombs that they found off Child Shooting Gallery. Lights in Water? Did we see that hint somewhere? Guess it was on Zephyr's. Central Pillar?
Okay, No Evil's Bane Path. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. This is looking to be a pretty blunt seed. It's going to tell you almost what you need.
Yep.
Checking Roof Guy here. On Zephyr Stream, it's got a couple bucks for us. Alpha's still checking Lost Woods, as I don't believe Alpha's gone to check hints yet. That was another hit on Alpha's, but then I missed it. I blink and I miss it.
It was the GTG Morpho.
Got it. That's where that came from.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Evil's Bane could be boots. Alright, let's see. We got Sin and Hyper doing Lon. Alpha's now checking Sail Grotto here, and Zephyr's starting to go through DC with Strength.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, get some checks early and another hit.
I mean, you can do all the way up to the eyes.
Yep. which is all but 2 checks. Yeah. So, good returns, and let's see here. Yeah, we know DC's light medallion from the podium, so they need to come back and finish this anyways at some point. So it's still progression.
Right. You're not losing any time by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty fast, so you're gonna get quite a few checks in a small amount of time. Plus, most of them are peekable.
Yeah. So I saw what Chad mentioned, which was Alpha scumming some chews here. As in, for those unfamiliar, scumming is when you use your chews, see what you get, and if you don't like what you get, don't save. Just reset, and you'll get your bomb chews back. It can take a bit of time, but it can also be highly rewarding. So it's a gamble strategy, but early on, it's pretty good to do. Obviously, much later, you don't want to be doing that. Hopefully, there was a qualifier, I think like 2 weeks ago, where one of the runners on Restream, or I was watching, they were scumming a lot early on because it took them a while to find bond bag, and unfortunately, I think they were still scumming like 30 or 40 minutes in, which is when it starts getting to, all right, how much time am I actually saving?
Right.
All right, child fishing's got nothing for us, just a scammed. And Zephyr's still going through DC here. Sin and Hyper are sharing a brain cell right now, and like Hylia, both taking the owl to get back to market, which, given the start, that's probably the fastest path. Serenade, then straight to market with Owl. And Alpha's grabbing that Scarecrow song. Let's see, looks like Hyper's gonna go check out Bombchu Bowling. So good to see what the 2 checks are there, and it looks like Sin is gonna go check. They haven't already their hints. Yep, they're grabbing their hints now. The second bomb bag is on Bombchu Bowling. That's whack.
Whoa. Oh, there's a bottle.
Looks like Hyper's going for it, which is a good call early.
I missed the first bomb bag. Where was it?
The first bomb bag was Child Shooting Gallery.
Oh.
So 2 of your bomb bags were in market. Alpha checking South Hylia Scrub Grotto right now. This is kind of a grotto that could be out of the way sometimes, so it's good not to forget it. And just piece art this time.
Strength 2.
Green potion bottle, cool.
On Zephyr's side.
Oh, in DC?
Yep.
Yeah, this is we're getting a lot here. Now, logically, would that be behind strength because of it being in that spot in DC, or no?
It is equally behind strength as it is bombs.
Got it. Okay. So that logically would be our second strength. And the question is, where's the third? CAC has Nocturne.
That doesn't. Both strengths would be free. They're on the same parity.
Got it.
As far as that's concerned, since you could get one with the other.
Hmm. About to tear Goron City Maze. Well, maybe something will be back there.
Yeah.
About to find out with Zephyr.
All right, strength 2. That makes that
Yeah, don't even need explosives. Just a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
It's like right side's got nothing.
Another G2 Demorpha.
And nothing on the left.
So we
Just
got
Zephyr
a dead
filling up
lab.
his
Oh, it's Ice
wallet.
Funnel. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's on the other side. Well, we're going to need to go on with strength.
Long ranch on the path of Bongo Bongo, which has already been resolved with Din's Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, two of our racers were able to find that blue fire earlier, but I believe both Alpha and Zephyr got caught by the guards. They had their very sharp daytime eyes on.
Yep.
When you're in a race setting, the fuses on the bomb flowers feel like they last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Hyper grabbing a little bit of money from Poe's shop, and then heading out to Hyrule Field. Zephyr finally getting around and checking Kokiri. Yeah, it's really hard to say. I mean, we're not even 20 minutes in yet. Which runner is best situated? They all found very nice items very quickly that will give them a lot of options here. I guess this is mainly finding where the logic wants you to go, which based on the hints, it sounds like Spirit. And once you get into Spirit.
And Spirit does block a song, so...
Right. Which I don't think we've seen the Ocarina hint yet. Ocarina of Time hint. It's a good point. Spirit is blocking Nocturne. Let's see. Reded Grotto in CAC is Silver Scale.
Ooh, those are nice.
Scale's not bad to have. Lets you get in and out of Lost Woods quickly. It's probably how a lot of people end up leveraging that item. And of course, more highly it checks his child with Bottle. Oh, Zephyr getting trolled by the... Oh, Moblin. Had to think for a second. Brain turned off. Hyper teaching us that we can climb that. Picking up a token, going up DMT. Alpha about to find their first bomb bag. Sometimes it's okay to have vanilla songs. Sun's Entomb is not bad considering how quickly we found ZL this seed since it was on Bolero.
Yep. Yep, that was one of the few things I learned when I started with Zooter was why they call it YCCT Grotto. Or the YCCT skull. Like, you can climb that?
You can climb that? It's true, though. It doesn't look like you can, but for some reason they made that wall climbable.
Minuet is Requiem. It is not AD for this song.
Alright, well...
That doesn't mean anything. It is at least not hard AD, but we could still have to go.
Nocturne is on Burning Cack. Tumultalk.
Ooh.
Alpha went in, got a hint and left. Not talking to the fairy today, but I don't think they've gone adult and got Lullaby anyway, so that makes sense. Do a Night Cack. Let's see what Richard's got while Zephyr checks Requiem. Cool. And Requiem's
Hey, cool. Thanks, game.
I always love a good switcheroo. Alright. What are we getting for finding Richard today? 50 bucks? That's not bad, especially since Alpha's already found their wallet. So filling that one up. Zephyr already pushing into the adult side of Spirit. Alpha ended up taking a dog with him into Bomb Shoe Bowling. I think that's an animal. I think these dogs exactly have one byte of memory allocated to them for their brains and shared between all of them.
Yep.
It's like Zephyr's about to reverse Wasteland.
I don't hate that play. Everything the seed screams get to GTG ASAP.
And they haven't found their bomb bag yet either.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not like it's in a very hard location to find. It's just the immediate adult play not paying off in that respect.
I'm not a cat person, but I would agree that ginger cats or Abyssian cats, they seem pretty checked out mentally. My neighbor had 2 of them that they kept as outdoor cats, and every time I saw them, I'm just like, why are you sitting in the middle of the road? And why was when the car comes at you, you just keep sitting there? I don't know how they survived, but they did. Did we see Arch? Probably, but I wasn't fast enough to see what it was. Alright, let's see. Hopple finally going adult. And Zephyr now at Fortress, getting caught. And it looks like Hyper's going around checking Song of Storm Grottos. And Sin's going to find their strength very soon here. In Dampe Rays.
Oh no, Zephyr. Aww. Darn. Anyway.
I think that Octorok should just be replaced with a ladder. That's effectively what it gets used for.
Right.
Is that a case order stick on TARDIS? No idea. I missed it.
I was not able to see it from Cindy's angle.
For the chat, what's TARDIS in this scenario? IT.
Oh, the TARDIS is the crate in the graveyard.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Hyper got out of the infinite link loop.
What a loop.
Time and relative dimension in space. That is what a TARDIS is.
It's named after the run of the 10th Doctor. Nice lore.
It is a Doctor Who reference.
If you're unfamiliar with Doctor Who, then you could just call the crate Dampe Stash. I think that also works. He keeps it on the high shelf, so the kid who walks the graveyard can't reach it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Zephyr is going for that GTG, and I agree with you, IT. I think that's a good play right now. And it looks like Alpha is going to go check River. Yep, going straight into the Stalfos room. Going to give him a little poke in the toes. It's like Alpha's about to climb up. Check generic grotto. Let's see. I don't think any other runners have checked River yet, so we might find some new info in here. And a big chest. Sick. Oh, there's another bomb bag. Okay, well, we know where all 3 of our bomb bags are. This seed is explosive loaded.
And 20 is still dead. I keep forgetting.
I would fall into the same trap. Love the Nehru's love hint.
Not going to see flame storage.
Nope.
Most likely.
So Cindy's primed to actually do all of DC. So that's likely what they're going to do. Claim check is hammer. Oof.
Well, that sucks.
Well, this season's been pretty smooth so far. We gotta have at least one bump in the road to keep it interesting, right?
Yep, where's our Rudos?
That's true. We haven't found letter either yet, or any hints towards it, but we're only 30 minutes in about.
Right? Because logically we either need Oh, I guess magic would do it also. Magic and a bow.
Hmm.
We don't necessarily need hammer.
Right, since Volvadia is a stone and not a medallion. Hammerless Seed would be convenient given its location.
So take that with a grain of salt, but I mean, I also don't want to do nut strats on Ganon, but
Hammer's on claim check, Kyrie. Yeah. Ew. Big Gorom's gotta be worth its price point sometimes.
Okay. Bottom of the well to Bane. Okay, well we know where our iron boots are at. Thanks, game.
Sick. I love iron boots. Love sinking.
Oh my god. What if it's a wallet?
Money. Could be first hook. Could be first hook. No one's found hook yet.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of dumb ways because Central Pillar is light arrows to make it a tunic logic and not for actually anything useful.
Right. Oh, there we go. Cindy's found their next strength. Good for them. Can we peek Can we peek fountain here? It's hard to see. I don't know. I can never see that even when I peek it.
Bomb bag for Zephyr.
Yeah, one of the bomb bags was in a grotto. Alpha already found that one. Or one of the wallets. Excuse me. Sorry, they're both bag shaped.
Yep. Yep, it can be tunic logic can be a thing, but we'll just pretend it's not.
It was the Sacred Force Metal Grotto. It was the Wolfos one.
Oh, hello, K-Sword.
Gotta get it somewhere.
Really unfortunate for Zephyr.
Oh yeah, if they don't go back to DC anytime soon, they're not gonna find it.
Right, and not having bomb bag going in to DC kind of sucks.
Oh yeah,
and yes, that does. K-Sword in DC does put child GTG in logic.
Child GTG would be fun.
Yep. And right now, the whole right side of the maze is in logic as a child.
Oh yeah, because we go Song of Time.
It doesn't matter. Song of Time blocks are down as a child. Oh, well, if there wasn't a reason to go to GTG as a child, there's your reason. That's the whole lobby. Because those ice switches can be hit with a slingshot.
It's very tempting giving the child start being Gerudo's Fortress, so...
I'd do it.
Yeah, you do it? Would you do it right after DC?
Not right after DC.
If you're on your Restream, you do it for the fans. There you go, Tumble Talk. That's why Alpha's already in ice. Doing it for the fans. All right, Sin finishing up DC. Oh. Yeah, some of the runners have access to storms already.
Wall's good play too.
I feel like the runners are spoiled for options at this point.
Yeah.
Be one of those seeds where it's like you might see where the logic's leading you, but you're tempted to go elsewhere. If we find magic soon, our runners can start leveraging that wind that they found early in Mido's house, and this will get even faster. We're about to find out what's on Ice Cavern, though. Specifically on Serenade here. Stone. And Serenade Saria. We have not found Ruto's letter yet. Yes, Servant. Zephyr found Stone of Agony. Is locked behind Ruto's or Magic plus crossing item. Yeah.
I'm going to say Ruto's is... You know what? We're going to have a Paradox Letter. That's just what it's going to be. It's Paradox Letter. For BFAs.
So we have Zephyr taking the Spirit Path, which is what we're getting shoved towards. Child Spirit side here. As we know, Bosky's up over here somewhere. And Alpha's going to Adult Cac, it looks like. Sin's now going through Goron City after finishing DC, and Hyper's just finishing DC right now. Where's Epona's Prelude? Probably. I think we found the hint that OOT was Prelude. Alpha finding their silver scale now in the grotto. Yeah, we still have plenty of questions about this seed, but our racers have a lot to work with right now. And we're all seeing them work on different things. Some are retreading some grounds that we've seen already from other racers. Some are doing new stuff, such as Zephyr starting with Child Spirit here. Requiem was on Minuet, and then Minuet was on Requiem business. It was a trade. It was a mutual exchange. And then Alpha grabbing Song of Time here from the Windmill as Zephyr continues to slay through Child Side Spirit. Hyper getting around to doing Adult Graveyard. Sin getting some of these really nice hints here in Crater. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is Prelude from that stone. It's like, let's see, Torch's chest in front of statue and spirit is a nice little heart for everybody. Not even taking it. Cold. The seed is feeling the winter weather. They want our runners to go west, get some of that desert heat on them. I know for Hyper, it's the inverse. But you know what? I'm sorry. I hope they're enjoying their summer. Love Sunblock Room. We're all big fan of pushing. It's the only way we get these seeds faster is by pushing the limits here. Alpha doing Dampe Ray is going to find one of their strengths at the end of that one. I swear, did Hyper just peak? I know Hyper just peaked statue, but did he peak Arch yet? I keep missing that. Might do it right after this. While Zephyr takes out the first Iron Knuckle on Child side. They have Serenade? Yes, they do have Serenade. They found Serenade pretty early, which is really nice considering the Child start. What is Arch? It looks like a nut or a bomb or something. Yeah, sometimes Dampe is a little spicy with his flames. Yeah, it looked like a bomb refill or a nut. It's very round. Changing wouldn't be too bad without Serenade, since we're just at the entrance of Gerudo Fortress, so turn around, jump in the water, or get caught, thrown in the water. But, it does save a little bit of time. Walking's not the fastest thing in this game. And Alpha finding their first strength. Feeling pretty good about that one. Yeah, how rude, by the way. Imagine you find a child trying to, like, sneak into your fortress, and you just, like, throw them in the gully. You just yeet them. Hyper a scale, and I didn't see what the peak on a letter dive was. Maybe they did, though, that, or they're going, because either they're disinterested, they want to go fishing. Probably the latter. Alright, Zephyr picking up their prescription. And Sin playing Requiem to just go get Minuet, it looks like. Our runners are starting to align on their item tables here. Yeah, Fortress Child Spawn, I think, is a really good hint on what the logic's going to be. IT's points earlier about going into Gerudo Training Ground early.
Yeah. And we will not be doing that as a child.
No.
No, that is only if the GTG entrance is not GTG.
Ah, got it. It's like Sins might be going to check the Fairy Fountain. Maybe we see another reverse wasteland here. Hyper skip Dampe. Hyper has already found one of their strengths, but having strength 2 this seed is obviously very cool. So hopefully Hyper gets around to doing that, or they bumble into our third strength, because we don't know where that one is yet. see, Hyper checking out Zora's domain here as child. We've already seen Alpha go through here as adult to go get an ice cavern, but we have not seen any of the child checks yet, I believe. It looks like Sin's going for child as well. Zephyr finally checking Malin at Lon Lon, kept the girl waiting. She's in Song of Storms, so they'll have a little bit here. I do really love the strat that's come up in Randomizer where you get flame storage, start the diving minigame. I know this has been going on for a while, but I've never talked about it on Restream. And then you do basically just the torch, and then you ignore diving game. It's just funny to see Link run by with a piece of fire off a waterfall. I don't know, something quaint about it.
There's two different strats for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's the option that most people do, which is the set up the flame storage, do the diving game, then torch run, and then there's the get the flame storage, start the diving game, do the torch run, and then do words are hard. Sorry, my brain.
That's okay. No, I think everyone got what you meant. There's only 2 order of operations there, so
Nope.
yeah.
There are 3.
There are 3? I can't
Yeah,
count.
the third one is screw up flame storage and then have to relight the torch.
There's also option 4, just don't do it normal like I do, because but interesting play by Zephyr. Went into Silo and Lon Lon, saw it was Lens, very clearly sat on it and saw that it was Lens, and then left. Hopefully nothing's on chess minigame, because we already found 2 good things in market. So hopefully it's not a third.
Chess minigame's the only thing it can be for.
Right.
Because I believe we have everything. All lens logic is shut off except for TCG, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to Verge's point, it's pretty messed up that Path to Bonga Bonga is Lon Lon, but then Lon Lon has Lens, Storms, and Dints. And like, yeah, it is. Basically just missing hovers at that point.
Which qualifier was it? It was one that Tobias was doing comms with me on. And we had a triple path to Ice Cavern with a double for Morpha. And there were Iron Boots, a hook, and a water tunic there. It was 3 very, very distinct Morpha items. And it's like, which one of these is it? I don't know.
Right. You're like, there's a lot of maybes here.
Yeah, it's like, what's the path? Yes. That's the path. It's yes.
Mm-hmm. So we see Hyper, the first of our restreamers here, going to Deku Tree. The first hint being Burning Cack has Nocturne, which we still already know. But let's see what that second Gossip Stone is. Which we do know Queen Gomo's Kokiri Emerald in this seed from checking Pedestal earlier. Where was the Kokiri Sword? Kokiri Sword was in Dodongo's Cavern. It was the bombable wall on the second floor, plus the head. Skull Mask is dead was the other hint. Cool. Yep, Alpha just found their Kokiri Sword. Or Foolish Lost Woods. Good point. I guess we already knew that, huh? Alright, we're about to see what's in Slingshot Room here. And Deku Tree, which will be new information for us here on the restream. Oh, there's a big chest. And what about the second one? Tiny. One's not bad. Let's see what it is.
Cool. Mirror shield. Well.
Sick.
That's required.
Sure is. Alright, looks like Deku Tree is gonna be a trip. So yeah, I agree with earlier assessments already going on. I don't think this is gonna be all dungeon, but you're gonna need to poke your head into everywhere just a little bit.
We might skip Jobby today.
Which is unfortunate, because we found Boomerang so early. But now we must not need to go to Jabu. We also, yeah, we might have to skip Fire. Fire is a lot of keys. Zephyr is going into Bottom of the Well, though. First for restreamers to do that, so we're about to learn a lot of new things. And we do know Bottom of the Well is Path to Evil's Bane, so let's see what we find down here. Some guesses earlier were maybe Hookshot.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy, what if it's Claim Check?
Alright, we got a big chest that is locked by bombs.
Oh yes, we do have prescription. Bolero was the starting song right now, business.
Nothing there.
All right. 23 is number
Oh,
one.
this is a big one.
Oh, yep. Big on
Almost not.
Zephyrs. What is it? Oh, there we go. Hook shot.
Well,
There could be something else down here, but hook shots are pretty good. Yes, at path. Like, we are hoping for boots, maybe too, if we're lucky. I always love that boomerang strat that Zephyr just did to grab item out of sarcophagus. Looks like Sin's got the same idea now, gonna drain the well and head on into bottom of the well themselves, likely following up on that hint information. Alpha just moved up DMT, going to Goron City. Zephyr with another big chest with bow. Uh-oh. Hmm. We do out of logic for us. I feel like there's a lot of still fairly clear logic to follow here before we go out of logic. Could be the play though. Nah.
Force the progression. Even if it's out of logic progression. You know that your
water medallion?
Yeah. Or, well, I mean, the only thing that's keeping us out of logic right now is Rudo's letter anyway. Or
another big chest?
Magic, but no, that's the
hook shot. My protest on doing forest now is, man, I really like doing forest with hover boots.
Oh no. You don't need forest to do hover boots. I mean, okay, if you want to do 3-key forest, whatever, but I mean, we also don't have magic, so
Bro.
The 3-key forest without FW kind of sucks.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's always these seeds where we find wind early and then we don't find magic for a while. Did we see the like chest in well? Yeah, I think it got peeked earlier. I don't know if Sin's looked at it yet.
No, we did see it. It was not anything.
Hyper grabbing the cheese with the boomerang, nice. Never know, we're gonna need a few chews.
And we're done.
No, Zephyr's doing great. All of our racers seem to be doing a great job right now. The seed has been pretty bountiful. I'd agree that probably out of everything we've seen so far, that mirror shield might be the trickiest thing, but Deku's really fast. So some racers might do it later, but shouldn't take them too long to find it. Yeah, Zeph's unfortunate case is that they went to Dongo's cabin earlier without bomb bag or chew, so they weren't able to check bombable wall past the bridge that goes over the head, which ended up being Kokiri's sword. So Zephyr might be waiting a little while to get into Deku if they don't go back to DC soon.
Here's the force dip.
Yep, that makes sense. So we're going to see new information from Zephyr here going into Forest. Love falling through the loading. Or the transition. Hyper finding one of those extra bomb bags. It's like Alpha's going to Child Kakariko. And Hyper's working their way down Zora's River to head out into field. Sin checking Child Market, seeing what's on Richard. Always nice to get paid for finding Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha's hoarding that small key. It is hard to tell who's in the best position right now. I think I would agree with the assessment that, given what we know what Zephyr's done, and knowing that they just missed the Kokiri sword because they didn't have explosives, if I was in their position, DC probably wouldn't be high on my list of places to go back to immediately. So that's something to be of concern, but for the other three racers, it is hard to tell who's got a leg up. It looks like Hyper got their 10 check, which looked to be another huge rupee. So skulls are just dead straight up. Yep. And Sin's now going into Forest. Having gone to Bottom Well and found all those goodies. Similar thoughts here. Yeah, Hyper is still missing a strength. That is something to be concerned about, but given its Dampé race, might be something he gets back to later.
Well, he's gonna probably have to get back to it later.
Yeah, we haven't found where the third strength is yet, and at
And
this
that,
rate,
I mean,
yeah,
I think that's not gonna necessarily be a last location, but
sure. You never go back to Dampé race unless left. What is Dampé's graves like? Just too musty for everybody? Is it stinky down there? Does no one really like seeing good old Dampé? Somebody liked him. Somebody buried him, right? Like, how else did he get down there? He didn't bury himself, did he?
I mean, it's 2 checks. Yeah, it's annoying, but I mean, we're not shuffling anything else. It could be 17 checks, but you know, the 2 kind of suck.
Sure, they're not the fastest checks, that's for sure. Especially if you get some bad flame luck. It always feels bad getting hit by a Dampé flame. Even if it doesn't cost you the race, it costs you a few seconds. Which for these racers who are very skilled, a few seconds is a lot of time to them. Yeah, I'd agree that skipping Dampé is a decision you make that you know you're probably not going to go back to it for a long time, similar to the racers who skip Ocarina Memory Game. There's this checks where people are like, I'm just not going to do that, or I'm not going to do that for unless I have to kind of situation. And it can save a lot of time. But in this case, might do the opposite. But that's just part of the gamble. That's why we like randomizers. Something a little different every time, especially with these settings, as we've seen a variety of seeds. And with that, welcome to the 1 hour mark, everybody. Remember to hydrate. Anyone who's coming in now, this is Qualifier 18 of Season 8. Commentating with me today is new IT guy. Tracking for us today is Carlina, Tomotalk, Mr. Moxie, and Baseball. Baseball is also our restreamer, so everyone think baseball. And our runners today are Alpha, Zephyr, Hyper, and Sin. And thank you for all being here with us today. This is a very fun and exciting fiery seed, which we knew again with that starter fire medallion and Bolero that this was going to be hot, and we've definitely found a lot of things. Got our runners taking on different strategies, but ended up in similar places, with Alpha and Hyper on the left there, both checking bottom of the well, and Zephyr and Sin working through the push block maze in Forest. Zephyr checking outside right now. See what the hand has for us today. Zephyr going to take that heart for a quick refill.
Yeah, we've only seen 4 path hints, but I'm not convinced we haven't seen all 5 path hints. And the reason I'm saying that is I think we may have seen that GTG to Morpha more than twice.
I agree. I think we have. For Gossip Stones, they haven't checked yet. Obviously, they haven't checked the Nocturne pad one yet. So that might be the location of another path hint.
Right. I'm not saying that we're not going to see a Rova or a path hint. I just think we've seen too many GTGs to Morphos in different spots, but I haven't been keeping track of where those hint stones were at to know for sure.
And we're likely not going to get a Path of the Hero hint at this point, are we?
IGC's dead, no.
Yeah.
Because we have Shadow to Shadow, so Magic is out. We have Forest required, so Bow's out. The only thing it can be is Strength 3 and IGC's dead, so no Path of the Hero.
Yeah, and the seed's been pretty generous with the skull information. Not only are 30, 40, 50 dead, but we had the hinted 20, which was dead. And then we saw on Hyperstream that 10 is a huge rupee, so all skulls are dead. So if you've gotten that 20 skull hint, you already know that you don't need to get more than 10. So we're going to see a lot of racers just ignoring those Skulltulas after they get their 10.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time, it adds up. Good question. Does Sin have bow? They should have. They were in bottom of the well. Maybe they just didn't mark it on their tracker.
You don't warp out of here without a bow. So need to not pick up the bow.
Uh-oh.
That's an oopsie doopsie.
That is a big oops. So for anyone who hasn't seen earlier, we found that hookshot and bow were both in bottom of the well. Which bottom of the well was path hinted. So it could have been that Sin saw the hookshot and went, okay, and then checked some other chests, then maybe mispeaked. Well, water chest. But it looks like Sin's going to opt for adult side spirit for now as Zephyr continues through forest. Hyper finding their boss key over there on child side and spirit. Alpha working through Zora's domain. Zephyr trying to slay the whole family of Poe sisters. Oh, there's the big key on the blue Poe sister. I only remember Meg's name, everybody.
That is Beth.
That's Beth. Got it.
Yeah, Joelle, Beth, Amy, Meg.
Joelle, Beth, Amy, Meg.
Yep. Named after the Poe sisters, or not the Poe sisters, the sisters and Little Women.
Oh, okay, got it. That sounds like one of those meme trivias. Did you know the Poe sisters are named after the Poe sisters?
The Poe sisters, right? Damn, they named them after that? Okay, well.
Shit. Oh, we also didn't mention it earlier, but now is a good time as I need to mention. Even though this is qualifier 18, we do have 55 entrants in this qualifier today. So everyone's still showing up. They got us getting those runs because you need at least 5, but you can log 8. Correct?
Yep. 5 is the minimum requirement. 8 is the maximum you can have count. And yeah,
we're running out. So if you're watching this restream today and you still need to get a couple qualifiers, and make sure to show up for one of the next 2, which the next one is on Saturday and there's one on Sunday.
Yep, and it's pretty cutthroat for top 32 as it is.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of the racers, and damn, they're slaying. Speaking of slaying, Slyn just got fire arrows in adult spirit side.
Yeah.
There's been some tough scores put up.
Oh yeah, even Challenge Cup is significantly harder to get to. If you can't, I think the Challenge Cup cutoff is 3,000 right now, points wise. Yeah.
So many good runners out there.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
crazy.
And if anyone's new, don't let that discourage you. There's a lot of information. People are very helpful. So if you're ever looking to learn or get started, the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Discord, super handy for that. And maybe we'll see you on Restream sometime in the future. Is Alpha going Deku? Maybe. They are going back into Lost Woods right now. If they are going Deku, they're going to have a pleasant surprise in there. Mirror Shield is definitely one of those items, especially in this seed, knowing how important Spirit is. It's a load off of your mind when you find it. There's a lot of NPCs in Ocarina of Time that just don't have real names. My favorite one is Coco Girl's Coco Girl.
You mean Anju?
She's only Anju in Majora's Mask.
No, she's still Anju on this one too.
There's Iron Boots, by the way, on Adult Spirit side, right before Iron Knuckle Room. It's all coming together. Sin's just missing Mirror Shield from Child. And of course, no one's found magic yet. We don't know where magic is. Yeah, to be fair, the Majora's Mask names are all nice, so I don't mind people using them. I just think it's funny that like they're like, okay, we have a little bit more time. Let's give the characters actual names now. Zephyr taking on Fan Ganon. Nothing on Dancing Dad. Rip. Darunia. Pockets empty. I guess he doesn't wear pants, so he doesn't have pockets. Darunia seems like the kind of guy who would like rock the fanny pack. Hyper checking fairy fountain here. We haven't seen this fairy fountain yet. Choose out of the Goron pot. Alpha doesn't give a crap though. He's out of there. Oh man, we need to boot.
Zephyr almost having the perfect zero cycle on PG, but definitely smooth execution there from him.
Yep, Alpha about to go to Deku, checking those hints, and then again, gonna get a pleasant surprise of Mirror Shield and the Slingshot chest. If we have another miss peek on Restream, maybe.
What did we miss, Pete?
I'm not sure. The only things that I know that our runners missed: Bow, bottom of the well, and for Sin, and then Zephyr was unable to check Cack Sword when they were in DC.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one wasn't a miss peek. That was can't get it.
Mm-hmm. Baseball's hype as heck for HC3.
Wait, why are we seeing HC? Oh.
Bottom Well's Evil Bane.
Okay.
Hint.
Well.
Hyper wanted the hint. I respect it. Hyper's out there with storms, and he's like, you know what? Screw it. We're doing it.
I mean, at least it was a worthwhile one. I forget that they're not scrubbed. They're not scraped out in these settings. That one in Cowan's Skull Grotto.
Right. Yeah, each one of our racers is just missing a little bit of piece of someone else. So we've been talking about Sin and Zephyr missing bow and sword, but Hyper is still missing strength from Dampe. I had to think again. It's like so everyone's just missing a little bit of something. Yeah, Alpha is definitely in a very strong position right now, given their item set. Hyper going to force, locked and loaded. And Alpha about to go find out 23 is number one. And then Zephyr actually going back into DC right now. Nice. Just don't forget that mud wall. Like Sin's making an ice cavern play here. Oh, using boost to go check the bottom of the fountain too. Okay, Zephyr found their Kokiri sword. Phew. So that's avoided, but now we have to see if they go back to Deku. Looks like bottom Zora's Fountain wasn't anything cool. It's an already swimming back up.
Deku is a med, right? Oh no, it's a stone.
No, it's a stone. So that's the scary part. It's like, all right, they can get into Deku now, but will they?
I think so. It's a pretty big area for checks.
And it's fast, and you get 2 more hints going to it. It's wealthy enough to where even when I see it's dead, most runners opt to still go check there. How people know GTGs and logic? That is a great question. We did see, I believe it was Zephyr went to GTG very early, took a pick in a Stalfos room and then a Silver Rupee room, but then had to leave. Yeah, the iron boots were in Spirit, adult side, the room right before Iron Knuckle, one of those invisible chests.
Yeah, invisible hallway chests. The left side one.
Mm-hmm. Alpha is in a good spot to do GTG, but will they? We will see. Looks like they don't want to leave Fairy Fountain behind here. So they're going to go grab that. Which I believe it's an arrow refill. Yeah, Cyper definitely needs to go back to Dampe at some point. So speaking of go mode before Spirit, Alka, you're thinking GTG might have magic? Is that what we're thinking? Strength 3 was in GTG? Maybe. We haven't seen a full GTG yet. I don't think we've seen Shooting Gallery as adult yet, so let's see. Oh, there's a Goron tunic. Nice to have. Might not need it though. Second hook hovers in magic. Good point, Fox. There are still quite a few items out there. Hyper working up push block room. Setting up to go check floor master room. And it looks like Alpha is checking Goron City. Or at least heading through it.
Yeah. Zephyr, unfortunately, doing the climb of Spirit here, but doesn't have the mirror shield.
Mm-hmm. And since we still haven't found magic, he can't set wind either, so that's quite a bit of time that you're going to have to get back later walking it again. Again, these cruel seeds giving you wind almost immediately, and then where's magic? Can't use it. Zephyr running up to Force Temple entrance right now. I just forgot how, like, they haven't been up here yet. I'm just like, why are they just playing Minuet? I'm like, oh yeah, they don't have it yet. They're about to, though. Unless they ignore that Requiem and go straight into Forest. Which is the plan. Oh, yeah. We're about to have another runner here into Forest. Just knocking it out. They're pushing that with their mind.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's skill and technique.
Oh, we've already seen fire arrows. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I'm just psychic. Let's see, Sin playing Serenade, heading down to Hylia. Ooh, going into that water, looks like. Still missing their bow, though. But from our hints, we know the central pillar has light arrows. And we know that Morpha is going to reward us with a Spirit Medallion. So very nice things to have. Yes, there's a lot of optimization tricks that these racers and many racers here employ. Like those that little optimization of being able to push or having cutscenes overlap to save a little bit of time here and there. It's always impressive to see them done so frequently. Some of them are much easier than others. The DC bridge where people just throw the bombs, I'm always just like too nervous to do it because I feel like the hitboxes on the Django head are just so messed up for that bomb trigger.
It isn't so much the hitboxes for him, it's getting the triggers too close to each other. Where if the bomb goes off while the other one still like thinks it's playing the cutscene, even if it's not or whatever, it will eat the activation of the other one.
Oh, today we learned.
It's a timing thing, not necessarily a hitbox thing.
That makes me feel a little bit better. I always just thought I sucked at bombs.
No, if you like throw two in like nearly right after each other to the point where they're gonna explode on top of each other, you're gonna miss it 100% of the time.
It's one of those situations where patience pays off, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Sin getting trolled by these rocks. So Sin is going to be looking beginning in Central Pillar and find the boss key. Granted, we don't have Long Shot yet, so we can't get over to Morpha. But having the boss key is always nice. I'm definitely getting more and more curious what's in Gerudo's training grounds the longer we wait to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Sin. Save and reset, get back to the top of Water Temple. Speed's the name of the game. Hyper doing the third post sister here. Gotta push those blocks. Yeah, it does look like Zephyr's making their way back to GTG, which they're much better positioned to do. Having bow, hook shots, silver gauntlets, bombs. So, which they've already dipped in there once, so they already put some work in.
Yeah. I mean, it is path, but I think Zephyr's looking for a mirror shield and isn't going to find it.
But he might find something else, so that would be nice. Still need long shot, magic, hovers. My beloved hovers, where are you? Cindy going to Sacred Forest Meadow. Maybe they're making a Deku play. Yeah, Moxie's reading my mind here. Granted, we know these racers already look through here pretty thoroughly, so what else are you going to do? As Child going back to Forest. Wow, thanks for the raid, Castlevania 2 randomizer. Welcome, Raiders, to Qualifier 18 of Season 8 Ocarina of Time randomizer racing. I am out of the Spoiled Burrito, aka Burrito, and commentating with me today is new IT guy. We are an hour and a half about into this very heated run. Runners have a lot of options here, playing through Forest Temple like Alpha and Hyper are doing on the left side. And we have Zephyr going back into Gerudo's Training Ground for the second time there in the upper right. And it looks like Sin is heading over to Goron City, actually, from Lost Woods, as Child in the bottom right. What a terrible night for a curse. Yeah, but what a great night for a randomizer, am I right? Yeah, Zeph is going for the check, so they haven't peaked yet. Which they weren't able to do the statue room here. And they weren't able to push this block earlier. Let's see what the likes are hoarding.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see long shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Zephyr hit the ice switches yet in lobby, but you can get lobby chests later. Oh, there's a big chest off the first like. Oh, it's another wallet. Is anything going to be in toilet room?
No.
No.
But that's a Morpha path resolved.
Oh, because of
Wolfo's
Tunic?
Grotto.
Oh.
For the other one.
Right.
Oh, was it Remote Grotto? I thought it was. What's it called? It was in a grotto somewhere.
I think it. Yeah.
Oh, you got another chest in here.
Mm-hmm. What's
Oh,
behind the slugs?
and this one's hammerlocked.
Slugs given some love. And then what is the hammerlock chest that we're about to look in? Oh, there's the other strength.
Oh boy.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, looks like Hyper's doing reverse wasteland. And Sin found their Mio Shield, very nice. That strength 3 is strength 2 locked. Yeah. Could this strength 3 be the path hint or not?
For OGC?
Yeah.
Or I guess if Hammerlock's magic.
That'd be cool. That'd make me laugh. Alright, Zephyr now checking lobby chests. Oh, there is a big one. Oh, locking magic. There it is.
Oh, look. There's some magic.
Alright. We're getting through this. And now Zephyr gonna use those keys to get that other big chest in the maze here. Which they knew that was there from peeking earlier. Oh. Just a slingshot upgrade. And Hyper now GTG about to get their magic. Yeah, as long as that strength from Dampe isn't required, Hyper's in a nice position all of a sudden. Alpha about to take out Meg. Not to dinner. Sorry, Meg. Sin just finishing off Goma. Zephyr sinking to his death. Hyper playing us a song. Ah, Song of Time, yeah. Make your staircase.
Very nice backwalk.
Forget, we haven't... Did we see what's on Wasteland Torches yet? I don't think so, right? Because no one had magic.
In 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big chest.
Oh, come on.
Big Poem Bottle, alright.
Okay. That's
Might not be important. Big Pog. Big Pog Bottle. Sin finally taking on the hobby of fishing. Very cool. Gonna get reward with 5 rupees for it. Hyper finding that second strength. You know, that's a very convenient strength considering where it is. Oh, but Hyper bailing out. Hyper's like, that's it. That or they're just trying to get back to the front of the maze quickly. Yeah, they're setting wind and they're gonna leave, I think. Yep. Oh, hover boots on Poe sales. Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Those are our... Dude, Poe Merchant was serving up sliders today, man. Opened up a White Castle in Market. Dang. Oh, looks like we're gonna see what's on Strengths 3.
I mean, at that point, you might as well.
Yeah, right? You're already here. Might as well just check it out. Outside Ganon's castle might be cool. The seed's starting to feel pretty quick all of a sudden. Alright, what you got, Fairy? What's on double defense? Just a piece of heart. Alright. Strength 3, not needed. Yeah, knowing that now, Hyper's definitely saved a bit of time over the other racers who, all three of them, did Antpe's race earlier. Hyper skipped that. Oh, so not getting the flame storage. Adult Lake and Hammer checks? Yeah? Still a lot of sea in dungeons. But other than light arrows, we're sitting pretty. And hopefully we don't need hammer. We know that's on claim check. That'd be kind of scary.
We still know where light arrows are at too, because they're hinted.
Right.
Direct.
Central pillar. Yeah, this might be a hammerless seed. Just depends where long shot's hiding.
If we're gonna find another bomb bag here.
Yep. Nice little explosives refill. It's always a sad day when you're at Lake Hylia cutting grass for bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Hyper working through Adult Spirit side, which we know Iron Boots will be over here. So Hyper is going to get their sinker soon. Zephyr looks like they might be going to Ice Cavern. Zelda found Ruto's letter, but might not need it. Don't want to jinx it, but looking pretty loaded at the moment, items-wise. And there's Hyper getting those iron boots, Sin checking frogs. Alpha doing Child Side Spirit. That King's Oar skip was stylish, that's what it was.
Oh, was that like the all-in-one no-look turn one?
I think so.
That Nath does also.
I wasn't watching the full.
Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, that one's pretty awesome.
Fairy choosing violence, given bomb refill. So what do you think we're going to start seeing racers finish, given what we've seen so far with this seed? I guess it all depends where long shot is, huh?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if like long shots in shadow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still lots to do in this sea, despite everything that's been found so
Alright.
far.
I'm gonna say first runner. Assuming nothing crazy happened. There's a BGS that speeds things up. No one's skipping that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say first runner finish around like 2:25.
All right, that's a good guess. I like it. Just like how I like Sin did go back to bottom of the well, check that big chest, and got their bow. So they're ready to roll with that now. I'll guess, on the basis of absolutely nothing, I'll say 2:15. Someone's just gonna big brain this. Is ever getting trolled by those ice keys. I don't remember what Gruta Valley Hammer rocks were.
I don't think it was anything.
Yeah, hover boots were Big Poe, so Poe Merchant. Hyper taking on Twin Rova though. It's first Twin Rova fight of the restream here, I think. Making sure I'm not blurring things together here.
I believe that's correct.
You never know, there's so much information going in. Easy to get twisted. You think if Hyper does Big Poe decently fast? Potentially. Ooh. Hyper's still getting the hit on off screen. And Alpha starting adult side spirit now.
We'll be able to complete it.
Right. Is a clean Twin Rover abstract art. There's some method to the madness, but I don't think there's too much you can do to manipulate it. It's just kind of understanding how it works and hoping it works in your favor.
I mean, the second part of the fight's science.
Oh, sure.
But
Vanilla long shot. Maybe.
could be.
Dark Link does like to troll. He does a little trolling. Alright, Sin at top of Spirit. Likely gonna see another Rova soon. Gotta get that backflip for the swag check. Get that big sword. Zephyr working through water, which we saw Sin dip into earlier when they did not have the bow. So we'll likely see Zephyr go a little bit further here. Looks like Hyper's all done with GTG and getting the heck out of there. And they're going. Heck yeah. Doing some adult-like checks. Likely grabbing Scarecrow Song here. Alpha now glad that they found their iron boots.
Got a big chest of water.
Oh.
Oh,
There's Rito's ladder.
Okay.
Yep, and Sin couldn't get that check earlier without the bow. But now we know. Oh. Zephyr using hover boots to get over the spikes. I usually backwalk and flip it. Let's see, key in here. Zephyr does not care about it. Hyper watching out for those Gwei and Lake Hylian climbing that ladder. Let's see what's on the top of Lakeside Lab. We know from a hint earlier the experiment is dead. Oh, heart container. Oh, there's Big Key. On Zephyr's side there. Oh, yeah, we're doing a little hop through there. Yeah, they were able to check outside Gan's castle earlier. It's nothing exciting.
Yeah.
And Sin finishing spirit. Nice. We have to find the claim checks for the hammer. Do we? We'll find out.
Good thing we have BFAs to unfreeze Dora.
True. Yeah, prescription was in the Rock Grotto in front of Market. You're glad you're out playing this one? I don't know. The runners on Restream look to be having a good time. You definitely see you can get tripped up on this one, though. Yeah, I agree. I think the claim check path is going to be something you wait on. There's still so much to do otherwise. Like since now in 4s, working through that. Hyper getting Eponas.
I'll be right back.
Sure thing. Hammer's just way too bad to get. Yeah. It's just, with it being prescription, it's just too much of pain. They can do it in this point. But is that what you really want to be doing right now? Probably not. I think if it comes to the point where any of them are like, alright, it's time to go to fire, then I suppose, but it's like Zephyr is getting ready here to grab light arrows in the upper right. We knew this from the hint earlier. There they are, Central Pillar Water. Oop, game didn't lie. Cancel the race if the hint lied. That'll be the season 9 setting. Hints can lie.
How truth hits stones.
You need Stone of Agony to get.
Well,
truths.
no. I was meaning more like. What is it? The whole like one only like the Gossip Stone tells a truth or a lie, and it gives you like two different things. It's like either this is true or the other is true.
I feel like some people would just skip the stones. They like, screw it. Hyper fighting their hovers, though. Hyper in a really good position right now. Well, we're about to find out what's on Darklink here at Zephyr in the upper right. Yeah, it does look like he's making a shadow play and grabbing Nocturne here. Which makes sense. He's pretty loaded. He's good to go. Oh, wants to do archery first, though.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I think somebody checked adult archery earlier, and I believe it was dead. It was either dead or not exciting. From his point of view, sure. Alright, that's what it was, his tunic. So not dead, but not exciting. That's right, I don't think Hyper did too many adult checks here in CAC yet, so he's gonna go around doing that. And Zephyr is now heading down into Snake River. There's no stakes there, though. Unfortunately.
And adult Andrew at 152.
Yeah, why not? And sure enough, Hyper's like, I'm not doing Dampé, I'm out of here. Going to Forest, interestingly. Do need to do Forest, though, so. Oh, wanted to Forest to go back to GTG. Wants to clean that up. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, I think long shot's really on his mind here.
Yeah, Hyper already beat Force.
Good point. So Sin working through first. And Hyper working through GTG, which we have seen GTG left side. We know there's nothing else in here. The two exciting things were the strength on the hammer check, the flaming circle, or whatever people like to call it. And what was the other thing? Oh, slingshot upgrade in the maze. Oh yeah, the magic in lobby. The least important thing. Speaking of magic in lobby, the Alpha found theirs. Alpha's magic orange from the randomizing of the colors, making me think it's carrot juice. Loaded up on vitamin A. Oh, true, wallowed on the likes. Likes were hoarding money. Both Alpha and Hyper working through GTG. Looks like Zephyr is going for some Hyro Fuel checks they haven't gotten to yet. And Sin taking Reverse Wasteland. We still don't know where Longshot is, so that is the spice that we're hoping to find here in this dish.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like Alpha's about to grab their strength upgrade. Hyper's setting down another wind. And now playing Nocturne. Spices in this dish. I feel like a lot of the ingredients came to the top of this stew. So this long shot kind of sunk down and we're like, where is it? I think that was the path that Baronade hit again. Or something. Oh, I said Morpha. Wrong, different other boss. Other watery boss. So Hyper now in Shadow Temple there, which we have not seen Shadow Temple yet. We know that there's probably not going to be a lot in it, but it could have our long shot. That's what we're hoping for right now. Looks like Zephyr is trying their hand at Fairy. Check the letter. Zephyr had to check their notes. Prefer playing Sun Song. Alright, let's see what's on Shadow Temple Dead Hand. A key! That makes sense. It's gotta be somewhere. And we know from hints earlier that the wooden wall room is dead. But that doesn't mean Back of Shadow's dead. Just that one. So something might be hiding back there, as things tend to do in these seeds. Randomizer loves putting stuff in Back of Shadow. Alpha with a real big wallet now. Then Man Hyper can start storing up rupees for a rainy day, same with Zephyr. If there's something back of Shadowtsuki, yeah, probably. Zephyr finally checking Valley Crate, which will get them their blue fire arrows. Which they don't give a crap about. Alright, later. What if you need to unfreeze King Zora? Sin also getting the like treatment there. Oh, yep, thank you, IT guy. It is reaching the second hour. Everyone remember to hydrate. But commentating is me, Out of This World Burrito, aka Burrito, and new IT guy. Thank you to our excellent trackers that are with us here today. Carliana, Tommeltech, Mr. Moxie, and Baseball, Baseball is also restreaming, so make sure to thank Baseball. And our runners today are, of course, Alpha, Zephyr, Hyper, and Sin, who are all giving us a really good show today. Showing us a lot of different tricks, a lot of different tactics, and a lot of different mentalities here. Like doing fishing 2 hours in. Let's get it. As Hyper starts moving across Guillotine Room. Now, is Shadow Temple a dungeon? As in, like, a dungeon where you keep prisoners? Or is it just like a meat factory? Because there's a lot of guillotines in here. Maybe they're just chopping some meat.
Yes.
The cells are just to make sure no one's stealing the delicious cuts. Both? Uh-oh. I don't like the connotation of both. Unless you're, like, locking up cows for crimes or something. But cows would never commit crimes. They're too sweet. Cows are very nice animals. But I don't know about Hylian cows. Maybe they're nefarious. I think if cows were committing crimes, I'd probably let them get away with it, depending on the crime. A guillotine factory? Yeah, that's just the QA room. They're just making sure the guillotines that they're shipping out is... well, the spike room, trap room is for, recycling? Feds would have some questions. I don't think there's a federal government in Hyrule. Oh, there's the big key. Falling spike room. Like the lack of billionaires in Hyrule. Well, Ocarina of Time canonically takes place after a civil war, so... I'm sure there was some wealth restructuring going on at this point in time. Yes, very good for Hyper. Hyper's on a roll right now. Hyper's on fire. Don't put him out, though. We do still have... this qualifier again today has 55 entrants. We have seen a few forfeits so far, but no one has finished yet. I think these gamers don't want to go to Stonefire. I don't even want to go to Stonefire. Did we see the toilet hint? No, I don't think so. I think we're just assuming toilet's nothing. Sid might check toilet? Maybe. Alpha getting their Nocturne off Burning Cack. I'm sure there is a fire believer out there, Purple. Yeah, this seed, as we've been talking about, has been pretty... I don't want to say kind, but definitely abundant in Sphere Zero for a lot of options. And it wasn't if it wasn't like immediately free, it wasn't very far from being free. And that's been nice so far, but the seed could still be mean on long shot, which again none of the racers here on Restream have found. Alpha going into Shadow Temple though, and starting that, and it looks like Sin is done in GGG playing Bolero and getting the heck out. And Zephyr is running down Zora's River as Child. Gonna check frogs. Frog time. Sure, I wasn't counting keys in GTG, so it's possible toilet is just a key. I'm not that big-brained. Even when I'm not watching 4 restreams. Love the lens strats. Yeah, you love to see them. You love seeing in-logic, like, lens strats. It reminds you that the item's not useless outside of chess minigame. I don't think any of these racers are wanting to take the big gamble, at least not on Restream. I'm sure they've already all put up excellent scores this season, and they want to continue that, and they're picking consistent routes. Taking a prescription and running up to claim check to get hammer would definitely be a massive gamble at this point. Hyper taking a sweet little ferry ride. About to check back of Shadow as Alpha left Shadow and is grabbing up Pona Song and I'm guessing going Child.
Nope, we got someone doing prescription.
Uh-oh. Here we go, gamers. We got Sin doing prescription. They're going for that hammer. They're doing it for you all. Sin heard your cries. They're like, please get hammer. Take the gamble. They're doing it. They're doing it for you all right now on Restream. No matter what happens, you have to appreciate Sin for the play.
Yep.
Someone's taking it. Yeah, going to fire is not a bad play. I just don't like going to fire. That's my bias. Alpha doing the chess minigame. We're getting all the fan shots here right now. Get your guesses in. We already got the first room spoil. Baseball already out. So much going on right now. Zephyr about to get some chews out of the big Goron pot. Let's see what's in chess minigame.
TCG.
Damn it. It's not TCG. Hyper going into Bongo Bongo. Let's hear the percussion section, everybody. Yeah, missing the bow is unfortunate for Sin, but they're definitely making up for lost time. And if this hammer plays off, that could be huge. Could be. We have to see what's behind hammer though first. Is Hyper gonna get the quick kill? Sure does. Hyper done with Shadow now.
Oh, I missed Hyper's drum solo on Bongo's face. Oh well.
Darn.
Looked pretty good. I'm assuming.
Outside Ganon's castle is already checked. Fairy is dead. As in, she didn't have anything. She's okay. Her health is fine.
And Bonga with nothing.
5
Not
rupees.
surprised.
He's trying to help fill up our massive wallets, that's all.
And there's Mirror Shield for Zephyr.
Yeah, Zephyr's probably very happy about finding that one.
And
Alpha checking the fairy.
yeet!
Sin settings, picking up their Scarecrow song. Makes sense. Because if they are going to make the fire play, Pierre will be useful. Hyper finally doing Dampe race. I'm going to be disappointed with the third strength. As we know from Foolish, inside Gan's Castle's no good, and we've already seen outside. So all of our restreamers will have now done Dampe. Hyper get in trouble with the fire. Dampe was tired of waiting for Hyper. Hit him with some heat. Dampe's like, I've been waiting for 2 hours for you to come and see me. That's a little salt on Dampe's part. You love and hate to see the 2-hour Dampe check. You love it because it's like, didn't forget him. Hate it because it's like, dang, could have saved some time if we didn't have to do this. See, where's Alpha going? Alpha's going to get Epona. Sick. Oh, might be doing Big Poe check here. Alright, sends that Big Goron. Giving them their drops. Now presenting the claim check. And there's our hammer. Alright, what are we doing with it? Yep, straight to fire. Fire play it is, gamers. You're going to see what...
We're going to hit things with it until they die.
We're going to hit with it.
By that, I mean run over here and hit a fairy fountain with some boulders in front of it really hard until they die.
Yeah. Fill the boulders. Grind them down into dust. Hyper also making the outside Gan's Castle play, seeing if that strength 3 is important. Diving Grotto, not important. Didn't quite see what that was, but it wasn't something Alpha wanted to dive for, so skipped it. Yeah, Crater Fairy first definitely makes sense, because if you happen to find something good here, then...
Can you imagine if that had been the long shot and someone did the thing and got that like 25, 30 minutes ago?
I'm sure it's happened in someone's seed, and I'm sure they felt really bad about it at some point. There is a world where you don't do fairies first. It's called I Forget. Oops.
Yeah.
Alpha with the hovers here. Let's go. Sliders are served.
And no, I don't mean that thing. I meant the storing the ground jump and backflipping, or not backflipping, rolling into it with hover boots instead of actually having the hammer.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, obviously it's not that, so we're good.
We're all okay here. Safety check. We're all okay.
I don't know about that, but
well, we're all on the mend. For everyone, both IT and I are on the mend from a little bit of sickies. So it's been a very chill stream for us here, but we're trying to keep it hype for you all. Especially as Hyper was going to first Flare Dancer. Probably one of the most stylish enemies in Fire Temple. I do like that they changed colors. We are down with the sickness. Uh-oh. Hyper doing the prescription check. Let's go. We're about to have 2 hammers, and we're about to reopen a hardware store up in here, gamers. Hyper's out of checks, yeah. Oh, Flare Dancer with the big chest. Is it going to be the savior, or we're going to have to climb? Oh, there's long shot. All right, you don't have to go far at least, but it being locked behind hammer is a little nasty. That's great. I love that.
Oh,
Okay.
Cindy hasn't done big pose. That's what the problem
No.
is.
Yep.
I was like, why isn't Cindy just bailing? That's a pretty good reason.
Mm-hmm. The seed is horse shit. I don't know. It's funny. I like it. I'm glad we got a little bit of spice. If Longshot was just hanging out there behind a pretty like straightforward Shrek.
You rescued a Goron.
Yay! Let the homies out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Sin, where you going? Don't do it, Sin. Don't check the rest of fire. I mean, it makes sense. You're missing hovers, but don't, homie.
There
Yeah,
it is.
no key. Saved by the no key. And Sin skip in Volvagia because Fire Temple is a stone. So. Saved by the key lock, for sure, 100%. Sin had in their mind to climb, and they're like, wait, I don't have the key.
This makes sense. This is long shot locked.
Alright, so now we have all the pieces. We know where everything is.
Or at least makes sense from Cindy's perspective, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Sin's just where's the hovers, which they're not on this. We know this is Garbo. Chat's in no mode. We are in no mode. We've eaten our breakfast Wheaties. We're ready. Not sponsored, by the way. Wheaties are amazing. I've been down on that Kashi lately. It's good for you, and it tastes good.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Kellogg's owns it. It's like their healthy brand that they bought out.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, you just haven't had it?
Oh, I've
Nice.
had it before. I just haven't heard of it in a long time.
The one cereal brand that often eludes my lips is Puffins.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's just basically what you think. It's a box with a puffin on it. Unfortunately, the cereal's not puffin shaped. Sadly, they're just like puffed up like corn wheat little thingies. While we're on the topic of healthy eats, I had my blood drawn today, gamers. My sodium level is in a healthy average range. I am not a salty gamer. My doctor said so. With Hyper getting the hammer. Oh, don't spread the sodium. Alpha will not do claim check. You seem very confident in that. But also, I wouldn't blame somebody if they did not want to do claim check in this situation. But they're eventually going to run out of stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they're either going to do claim check or they're going to go, nope, I'm done. It's like Zephyr's heading over.
It could have been worse.
It could have. It's just so much in the seed was just right there for the taking. Right. So it really limited the number of things that could have gotten nasty. Like Mirror Shield just being in Deku like that was nice.
Well, I just mean, like, it could have easily been behind Volv somewhere.
Yeah, like, or even crappier where...
Yeah, we could have had to climb fire for... Because Volv, I think's a key.
Correct.
Key to key.
Volv has to be a key.
Right.
So it could have been nasty, yeah.
Could have had to go all the way up fire for all we knew.
Yeah, could have been vanilla.
Flare dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're flare. I don't know if flare dancers fans or not, but I mean.
Right. I don't think they
what
were.
This could be. It's so late,
yeah. Cheese arrows. Let's go. Who needs salt when you have hot drinks? What's everyone's hot drink? I'm 50-50. I like hot chocolate, but I also like some teas.
Mm-hmm.
Probably lean towards teas. Nice black tea. Yeah, good point, Alkaline. Fires could have been hover locked.
Let's see, what's a good hot drink that I like?
Honey lemon tea or hot chocolate based. Apple cider or a hot toddy. My parents love hot toddies.
If I hate myself, sake is pretty good up warm.
Mmm. I've heard good things about warm sake. To ease my throat from this illness, I've just been drinking chamomile tea with a bunch of honey in it.
Yeah, because I'm going to drink way too much of it if I drink it.
Mmm. Sin going in that Morpha fight. First racer on Restream to get into Morpha. Welcome, VG. Go mode? Did they already go and get long shot when I wasn't paying attention?
Yup.
Yeah, dang. I blink and Hyper's almost done with the seed, basically. So Hyper there in the bottom left is in go mode. Sin is missing their hovers, which is on big... Wait, no. Yeah? Zephyr is missing Hammer, which is we know is on Big Goron, which is prescription this seed. So you gotta do prescription up to claim check and then get Hammer, because Hammer locks long shot, which is behind bottom Flare Dancer.
Yeah, he doesn't. Hyper doesn't actually need a root house.
Nope. You don't need to go to Jabu at all. You were right, IT guy. You called it earlier.
Yeah.
I think we were like 40 minutes in. I'm like, Jabu? And you're like, no.
I did say, yeah, we could probably skip Jabu this seed. It's like, well, why would you want to go to fire? I didn't say anything about not going to fire.
Yeah. Yeah, because Ice Cavern didn't have anything, and the song was Saria's, and Saria's didn't get us anything.
It told you what Minuet path.
Oh, got it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, wait a second. Yeah. Fire Temple's the best.
Is not the best dungeon, especially when it's a Stonefire Temple.
It has the best boss. Volvagia is hands down the coolest out of like the proper bosses.
Yeah, I don't like Volvagia fight.
Okay, you can argue about the fight mechanics. I'm just speaking aesthetically. Because think about it. Goma's like a weird spider thing. Baronade is like a cyst or something. The Dongo's cool.
Fish amoeba thing.
Fish amoeba thing.
Or
oh,
no,
it's a parasite.
Yeah, it is a parasite. That's right. Amoeba's Morpha.
Right. Morpha is like the little amoeba thingy. Bongo's kind of cool. I will give Bongo's got some like cool lore, and he does look cool. So I will give Bongo a W. Dead Hand's also cool. Probably the scariest enemy in the game. From like an aesthetic standpoint.
Right. It's how do we give 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds nightmare fuel for the next 10 years?
It's an amalgamation with creepy arms and a room full of bones and skulls, and it just grabs you and eats you. It's cool. I actually made that into a mini boss in a Dungeons and Dragons horror campaign, and it almost TPK'd my party because like the hands would like restrain and come out and then like burrow. Yep. Anyways, everyone's free to steal that idea.
Yep, and if they didn't have nightmare fuel, they definitely got it when they made every time you put on a mask in Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Ah!
just Link screaming, oh my god.
Dark Link aesthetically is cool, but he's a mini boss, so I put him in a different category. The mini boss category is pretty much free for Dark Link though, because what do we have? We have Stalfos, which they just become normal enemies, which kind of undermines their mini bossness.
The big rock that takes one hit.
Yeah, Flare Dancers are cool, but there's 2 of them. So again, I feel like when there's more than one mini boss, they become less cool. At least they stay in fire.
Yeah, Dead Hand is a mini boss, technically.
Do it, Moxie. It was a really good fight. It's fun. I still have the stat block somewhere. Dead hand's cool. Oh yeah, yeah, I guess. Multiple dead hand L. I'd put Darklink above dead hand. Especially since Darklink's got like a whole cool room.
Right.
Such good presentation. Annoying fight, but cool.
Yes.
He is a returning boss in other games. Because he was first in Zelda 2, right?
Right, he was the final boss, I think, of Zelda 2.
Yeah. Returning boss is fine. If it's like, I just mean like once per game. If they come back in prior games, because I mean, Zelda reuses so many enemies. Like Goma, Moblins, etc. Yeah, Darklink got demoted.
Wouldn't that be a promotion if it canonically takes place after?
Shit, you're right. I guess Darklink got promoted.
Yeah.
Canonically.
Nice grab there from Hyper, getting the quick one for more pulling under.
I love quick Morpha kills. It always feels bad when he bounces out.
Well, rip my time estimate there.
Oh, I mean, mine already got smashed through. I mean, as soon as I realized Hammer was necessary, I'm like, oh, this is not being a 215.
Yeah. I was close.
You were close. Because Hyper is in Go mode, so they're going to be finishing up pretty soon.
Zephyr doing the thing.
Oh, Prescript, yep.
Yeah, is gonna do the... Barely have enough time to get outside and give Big Goron the eye drops thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see it.
Let's go, gamer.
Yep, got it.
Nice job, Zephyr. Saved a lot of time doing that. And Hyper just got Ganon's key and a Hylian shield off Light Arrow cutscene. Let's go!
Whoop. Need one of those.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have a backup. I'm probably winning the whole thing. No one has finished yet. It's possible someone could be ahead of Hyper. So let's see if he gets sniped here.
Yeah. Definitely a good candidate for a huge chunk of points from this one, though.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool location for Hammer for us on Restream. I'm sure the racers weren't very excited about it, though. Yeah, Sin's still looking for those hovers, but there's adult, you know. They might check Big Poe here. If Longshot doesn't, well, if Hammer becomes last location check for people, like, I wouldn't be surprised. The Hammer gamble would have paid in this one. It looks like Zephyr is actually on the hunt here and it's going to find their long shot very soon. Yeah, Hyper definitely ended up... Hyper had us concerned in the beginning, skipping Dampe and missing the strength upgrade there, but finding the second one in GTG definitely covered for that. So they didn't really lose any time other than going back to do Dampe, but...
Right. Well, I mean, at that point, when you think, you're like, oh god, where's my long shot at? And you haven't done Dampe race, 2 hours, and you gotta wonder if that's maybe what it was.
Yeah, no, I agree. Given the information Hyper had, that was a smart play.
And hover boots.
Yep, there's hover boots for Sin. Oh, we're seeing some more forfeits come in, it looks like. That might be people who are going, well, I checked everything but Hammer, I'm not doing it now.
Right.
So we have 6 forfeits so far, so there's still 49 in the race. And there's Zephyr's long shot. Zephyr going immediately to water. Like, I'm done here, bye. And Hyper about to play some tennis. Yeah, it does look like Alpha might be going for prescription now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Alpha's running out of checks. What else do you do? It's inevitable. That's right, Sin hasn't finished Forest yet. Because the first time they were around, they did not have Bow.
Right.
Yeah, they still got up quite a bit of time. Yeah, missing that bow and bottom of the well looks like it's cost them more time than we expected. But they're not far behind. Oh, yeah. Sin did dodge some checks, yes. Hyper already done with Ganondorf. About to play with Ganon now.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, I mean, if Hyper places first, that just shows that the rest of the runners had the same mindset of, I'm not doing hammer unless I have to. Which, given the situation, I don't blame any of the runners for doing that. I'd probably be in the same scenario.
I think the only circumstance where you are going and getting that hammer ahead of time is you just are not confident doing anything like doing nut strats to Ganon, and you absolutely want to have what you call it. You want to have a reliable way of damaging them. Because they weren't guaranteed BGS.
Right.
I think that's about the only way you do that. Like, beeline for it. And that is going to be Hyper finishing in first place with a time of 2:32:02.
Hey, congratulations, Hyper. That's awesome. Really well played. This was a tricky seed to navigate. And Marcos. Wow. Oh my goodness. More finishes are just starting to roll in now, looks like. And some forfeits.
See them here in a second.
Looks like Hyper's in the waiting room, so we'll bring Hyper in here for an interview. Wow, congratulations, Hyper. Number 1.
Yo, holy shit.
How do you feel after that seed? That was pretty filthy, huh?
I feel really good about it because I kind of played it a little bit crazy, and the way I routed just happened to make big pose on the way, which was, I think, super lucky.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it just worked out. Like, the fact that... So, I've never done Anju and Dampe Grave that late before.
Yeah, everyone in chat's like, 2-hour Dampe, let's go!
So, I was expecting Nocturne on Requiem. So, I was just trying to look for a fast way out of Composer Grave, and never got it, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'll do those later. And that's kind of why I got Big Pose the way I did, because I knew I had to walk back to CAC. So, yeah, I was still thinking about doing it. Like, if I didn't pull opponents from the prelude check, I was going to try and do it without opponents, like, just one time. But but yeah, it just worked out, and then kind of knew that my long shot had to be before Wasteland Crossing, so I could kind of skip a few things, didn't have to dip water, could go mode Shadow. So yeah, and then Hammer was just like the most dense item left.
Yeah, it was when we saw that it was prescription, and then the hint for Hammer, we were like, yeah, everyone's going to do that last, which, based on your time, yes, everyone did that last. You just ended up really routing it really well, and everyone in chat was like, dang, he got bailed out by Strength and Gerudo Training Ground. Because when we saw, because everyone else on Restream did Dampe early, and we saw Strengths there, and so we're just like, when's Hyper going to go back and do your Dampe race? And then it didn't matter.
Yeah, I was hoping I could save it for when I went for Burning Cack. That was the aim, because there wasn't really a good time otherwise. But it was always on the back of my mind. Like, I knew that I was gonna be like the last person in like the entire race to have done it. So if I saw like any early finishes, I was gonna be rushing straight there. But only check that I left that I was scared of was Darunia. Not Darunia, sorry, Goron Pot. I just made a gamble to leave it. I didn't know how deep Zarya's was at that stage. So I just left it, pretty slow check, but yeah, that was the only one I was scared of.
Makes sense. We did see Goron Pot on Restream and Darunia. Dad had nothing, and Pot was Bomb Choose. So good job leaving him.
Yeah, it's actually it's kind of crazy again. Like I guess I'd call it a misplay, the playing Requiem out of Composer Grave. I was planning to like route back and go ice. That's why I left those CAC checks. I was gonna go up river and go ice. And then the seed kind of like hinted that like ice was like really deep, and probably not required. So I kind of got lucky, like not getting Nocturne, because I probably would have ended up in ice, and then my time is way slower.
Well, it looks like Marco finished second with a 2:32.45. So you just snipe Marco. That's gotta feel pretty good, right?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, but congrats to both of you. Those are great times. You're probably gonna end up with a pretty big score on this, like IT was talking about before you hopped in.
Yeah, I'm pretty, like, I'm lucky my first 5 quals went reasonably well, so I'm in a position where I can kind of switch it up and play a little bit more aggressive now and go for the higher points. So that's kind of like was my mindset going into today.
Makes sense. Well, IT, is there any other thing that you like to ask Hyper?
What's your favorite color?
Definitely blue.
Oh, there we go. Also, what's your favorite hot drink? We were talking about that earlier in chat.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I think I'm just like a basic hot chocolate.
Okay, we got a lot of hot chocolates, so that checks out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your time here, and again, congratulations. That was a really sick restream. You just slotted the routing just right. For reference, if you end up watching this back, the main things to note from what we've seen is Sin missed bow and well. They went down, got long shot, but then they didn't go back for the bow chest. So they were bowless for quite a while. Alpha put off doing hammer. That's basically what slowed them down. And then, yeah, hover boots was kind of a question for a lot of people, but they ended up getting it for eventually. So that's kind of how it shaped up here in Restream.
And Zephyr did the immediate play for adult, so didn't go upriver, so didn't have the bomb bag the first trip into DC.
Oh yeah.
So
that was such a hard opening spawn.
Right.
I didn't know where to go. Like if I get nothing off the valley checks, I probably just like scum back my time of day. But yeah, you pulled BFA and then time of day was like a mess, and you have no money to do child fishing. Otherwise, I might have done like back of lake into child fishing. Yeah. In the end, I just thought, okay, I'll walk to Kakiri. It was like it was so slow.
Yeah. One safety thing in this seed that we noticed that was really funny is that Sin was actually second to find long shot. and they went up, found boss key in front of Volvagia, but then walked out. And then they were about to go do fire, but then realized they didn't have a key. So Volv has a key, of course. So I'm like, that's kind of a nice little safety net for people who are like, oh, let me go climb with this hammer. And I was like, oh, wait, never mind, screw it. And then leave. Seed Mercy there.
Yeah. Is I Seed played different for me, obviously. Like I found hovers before Longshot, but you kind of like know that hovers have to be locked behind Longshot in some way.
Right.
Because of the logical crossing sort of logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Well, again, great job. And it looks like we have somebody else finishing soon, so that should pop up in chat. But yeah, you killed it, dude. Good job. Your aggressive play paid off.
Appreciate it. This was a good one. 2 more to go. I'm trying to break into top 10. I think this score will help a lot with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, well, we wish you luck on getting top 10. All right, later. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the restream.
Mm-hmm. So there's our 3rd place finish.
Oh, Nashville. 40-09.
Yeah. So that's about almost a full 8 minutes.
Oh,
behind
Metropolis. 240-21, getting sniped in the finishing cutscene.
Yep. So it looks like while we were having our conversation with Hyper, Alpha's working through water, looking for that big key. And Zephyr and Sin are working on Shadow.
Yep.
I think everyone's in Go mode now, right? Did I miss something?
Nope, everyone on Restream is in Go mode.
Cool.
Okay, if you want to be pedantic about it, Alpha is not in Go mode because he doesn't like but
he's about to be.
Hence pedantic.
Yeah. It's okay. Some people are real sticklers, so it's good to be accurate for the record. Such as Moxie correcting me. Yes, actually, Sin got long shot first.
Actually.
Actually. Yeah, but I'm glad Hyper's really happy with that seed. He played it super well, and so he should be happy.
That was kind of funny.
Oh, with the troll and Sins.
Yeah, doing the backflip into the blade.
Every time someone finishes, someone almost immediately forfeits afterwards in the race room, so it's fun to see the back and forth here. And there's our 5th place with Mr. Mario. 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 28 seconds. Congratulations, GG. 5th place. Again, our runners are hoping to get top 7. Looking for one of those top 7 placements. Ideally. Welcome, Okishi. What happened here? Prescription blocked Big Goron, which had hammer, and a hammer locked long shot. And everyone basically last location that. That's the story of the seed. The thing that everyone thought was going to be last locationed was last locationed. And as a reminder, we still have 2 more qualifiers ahead of us. We have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. New IT Guy and I will be back here on Saturday with you as commentators. Zephyr setting Wind in Guillotine Room. Exis finishing 6th.
Looking for one more runner to round out that top 7 and set the par time, so points can start being calculated.
Mm-hmm. I think the points on this one will be very interesting. There's quite the gap between some of these.
Yep. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some jet mitigation at least on Marco and Piper's times.
Right.
Probably not very much. Oh, there it is. Kick him in. 7th place, 244.45. Sniping Fabio, 244.52. GG's.
Yeah, congratulations. Good game, everybody. We still have plenty of more racers still left in the thick of it, as well as our 3 on Restream here, so make sure to stick around to see where our 3 remaining runners end up. They all look intent on finishing.
Yeah. And with this
So I guess-
rate and the calls, it's probably not an option not to finish, especially if they're looking for one last time.
That's a good point. And there's our Greg.
Yep, I was looking at the standings earlier today, and I think the cutoff for Challenge Cup was 20, like high 2970 something.
Yikes.
The cutoff for Challenge Cup.
Competitive, very competitive, like you were talking about
Right.
earlier.
And that isn't the start of Challenge Cup. That's the end of Challenge Cup.
Mm-hmm.
To barely get in, you have to have a 3,000 basically.
To remind our viewers, what is Challenge Cup and where will it be?
So on ZSR, we will feature the main standard tournament, which is the top 32 runners after qualifiers, or those who accept, and then obviously we start putting people in places to make 32 runners, and then the runners who don't make that, positions 33 through 96, math is hard, will be in what's called the Challenge Cup, featured over on our sister channel, the Silver Gauntlets.
Yay, Silver Gauntlets. Make sure to check out the Challenge Cup as well.
Yep.
Everyone's really great runners. It's very fierce competition, so both on Zelda Speedruns and Silver Gauntlets, you're going to see a lot of good races.
And we're getting some finishes here. Alcina, ATZ, and Juke all finishing 246.17, 246.53, and 246.57.
Wow, coming in close on some of these snipes. Yep, triple 246 is there.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that looks kind of awesome. The way Zephyr picked up that key.
Oh yeah, swag.
I'm on fire lifting up this key.
I'm not too sure about that. IT guy, how are people coming out of retirement, quote unquote? Are there some veterans
ATZ.
coming back for the season? ITZ, yeah. I did see discussion of that earlier with ATZ, but I haven't seen other examples, or I'm not aware of them.
I believe it's directly referring to ATZ.
Sure.
That's right. I did see Bonnaroo was running this in this one too.
Oh.
But Bonnaroo was season 4 champion, I believe. I believe that's which one it was. It was 3 or 4, one of those two.
How many times can...
Oh, sorry.
go on. I was gonna say, how many times can you retire from randomizer?
Ask Brett Favre. But yeah, if you guys ever want to see some crazy shenanigans for a Zooter final, the what you call it? I think it's season 4 is Marco and Bonnaroo. Their game 2 and 3 were like 12 and 10 seconds apart.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was something.
So it looks like on Restream here, Alpha is going to be the next one to finish, going up against Castle right now as Sin jumps down to Bongo Bongo and Zephyr is riding the ferry.
Yeah, BGS going to definitely speed this up.
That was a nice find. It's always nice to find BGS, especially the earlier the better.
Yeah, not quite 30 minutes of time save, but definitely makes some of the other boss fights a little more forgiving. Especially if where we got it right before Twin Rova. That makes it go from you could possibly miss the one cycle if you miss one of the crouch stabs to it's free.
You're right. That's probably the best example right there.
PG is very hard to one cycle with what you call it also with Master Sword to damn near impossible.
Yeah, I feel Morph is a little bit easier.
Oh, Morpha, as long as you get Morpha in the corner, you can just stab her until death.
Right.
Or it, I guess. It's an amoeba. It until death.
I wish the item to beat Morpho is just a big straw and you slurp it up. It's after Fire Temple. Link's got to be thirsty.
Right. I'm just thinking now. What is it in Minish Cap that you have like a bag of wind or something like that as a weapon or item?
I think so.
Use that as kind of like a vacuum, almost just to suck Morph up. Dust jar. Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Someone quote that.
And Alexis, GG, 252 flat.
Alpha's going to be right under the 3-hour mark here, it looks like. Good quick kill on Ganondorf. Sin entering Gan's castle. Gonna start walking on up to the boss. Think Sin will be under 3 hours? Yeah. If all goes well, I think Sin will be under 3 hours as well. Zephyr, I think, will be slightly over 3. As cutscenes. I didn't know Phantom Ganon with Master Sword was considered big boy strats.
Without ISG.
Yeah, got to put on your biggest of strats.
And GG's doc keeps 253.07. GG's. Oof.
Oh, getting hit on the Iron Knuckle.
I thought, for some reason, I thought Salt took Cindy's head off there with the other one.
Nah. Sounds good.
Yeah, you only need one heart to fight Ganon. You're fine.
It was an intentional hit. They wanted to up the drama. And Zephyr bringing up the light bridge. Time to cross the rainbow. Yeah, Zephyr and Sin are going to be pretty close. Alpha getting a little trolled by Ganon there. Oof. Alpha taking a death on Ganon, unfortunately.
Yeah, he'll respawn on Ganon.
Hmm. Alpha locking eyes with Zelda before. Just like, you kidding me, Zelda? Girl. You always enjoyed calling the bridge the Skittle Bridge? I don't know. I don't lick the Rainbow Bridge.
I don't know if I'd want to lick that.
Yeah. That's for walking on, not licking. That'd be a pretty powerful item, though, if you had all the medallions in the game and anything you touch just turns to a pile of Skittles.
Okay, it was Season 3 that I was remembering.
It should probably taste like sadness. Not all the sages are depressed, just like most of them. Alright, Sin starting Ganon now. Gonna be right on the tail of Alpha here. Who's going in phase 2. Yeah. Alpha's just wanting to give us a real close race. Still gonna sub 3 though.
And Piggy is
There we
down.
go.
Hi, Piggy.
Straight. Alpha did not lose a place over this, it looks like. As there it is, 14th to 57-11. Just lost a little bit of time is all. Had it in the bag. Man, still 14th, and we're not at the 3-hour mark yet. We're just about to hit it.
And Sunny will be 15th. Yep.
Yep. Did not get sniped.
257.32.
Zephyr not far behind, starting Gandorf. I think coming out of the seed with a sub 3 is really good, given the curveballs it threw.
Zephyr getting trolled by PG, or not PG, by actual Ganondorf.
Hmm. Yeah, like Hyper was talking about earlier, there's definitely some racers here who are just trying to put up better times at this point.
Or practice.
Yeah, or practice.
When they don't
Why not?
matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zeph waited specifically for you, Nami. Oh, looks like we're gonna have an interview with Sin here. Let's bring him on in. Congratulations, Sin. GG. How did you feel about the seed? Well,
That explains it.
nope, that was someone else left. I think Sin's working on their mic.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, welcome.
I don't deserve the congratulations. That
Of course you did. You played really
awful,
well.
awful freaking performance.
You were the first one on Restream to find the long shot. So
What?
take
I
that
was?
W. Yep,
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah, I was making a ton of mistakes, so I figured let's just gamble, throw the dice, and just go for the hammer. Hopefully it pays out.
Mm-hmm. And it did. The Restream struggled with hover boots for one of them, Big Poe. And then Zephyr had the unfortunate situation where they took Dodongo Cavern early. They went to adult very early, went in without bombs or chews. And so they couldn't get the Kokiri sword. So they didn't go back to DC much later.
What? Wasn't there a bomb bag in River?
They didn't go. Yeah, there was, but they didn't go there yet.
Oh, okay.
They just went straight. They basically almost went straight to DC after they found strength from Dampe, and they started just using bomb flowers. So that was the main trick. Obviously, on Restream we did see that Bo was your latest pickup, unfortunately, being left in Bomb of the Well for a little while.
Yeah, and I couldn't find a different bow anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think we saw either of
We
the other
did
two
not
bows.
see a different bow.
Yeah, that was the only one we saw on Restream.
Fuck.
Wow, it's all right. This stream was obviously very difficult, but you still pulled it off sub 3 hours, which is really good.
It's only. That's such a bad score. Damn it.
All right, scores are up.
Sorry about just beating myself up over this.
No, you did really well. Are you going to be able to attend any of the following qualifiers, or was this your last one?
I have one more, but I don't know if I even want to try it.
What do you got to lose other than like a few hours of time?
Yeah, I guess.
You can also think I was practice.
Just really beating myself up over this seed. It should have been the qual where I secured top 3-2 and I fucked it up.
No, it's all right. You did great. We had fun watching you, so it was a W for Restream. We saw a lot of different strategies, a lot of different paths. It was interesting to see everyone split off, do something different, come back, link up. Two people were usually doing the same thing at most points. Hyper just got they did some really good routing and they did get lucky. The thing that everyone was laughing around is Hyper didn't check adult Cucko Lady, aka Anju, until an hour like 50 something minutes in, then did do Dampe race until 2 hours in. So definitely a lot of different takes on this
missing
one.
the checks or because of a routing decision?
Yeah,
It was a routing decision.
Okay.
He made it into Sun Song Royal Tomb, and then he's like, all right, I'm out of here. And he just left, and he left Graveyard and Adult CAC for a very long period of time. And he ended up going back when he started looking for Hammer, or, well, looking for Long Shot. And then he was like, all right. He was the second one to go do Prescription and check Hammer. But looks like also Zephyr finished, so it looks like everyone's done Restream now. Congratulations to everybody. There are 2 qualifiers left still. And it sounds like we might see Sin again at another one.
I think I have to qualify. I don't think the score's high enough. Too many people too close.
Yeah, it's very competitive. IT guy was giving a good explanation of it earlier. If you want to give it again about challenge and the top 32 IT guy.
So the way the brackets are going to work is once the 20th qualifier is over and all the places are, well, not places, but all the points are finalized. Excuse me, I'm trying to not die over here. The top 32 runners go into the main tournament, and then 33 through 96 will go into the Challenge Cup over on the Silver Gauntlets channel.
And what's the point score again for Challenge Cup right now?
I can look at it. It was 3,000 when I looked at it earlier today.
So
but
that's
it's
how.
probably higher now.
Yeah, so it's been very competitive. So I understand, Sin. But we're hoping that in your next qualifier, you get that top 3 spot like you wanted.
Yeah, just don't screw up so freaking much.
Nah, that's all right.
It is 30-42 is, or 30-41 is the cutoff
Yeah, that's
right
very
now for
competitive.
Challenge Cup.
Oof. Steep hill to climb this year.
Top 32 is 36-40.
Wow. Oh, dang.
Even with that result, Cindy, you are still currently sitting in 28.
Yeah. See? Still did
At
well.
least as of right now. From the
I gained like no
screen.
points out of this. Is the problem. So I didn't really
Sure.
improve. I mean, yeah, I was like this. I think I was this position before the call, and I'm still here, which is
Right.
not something I wanted.
Sure. You always want to see upward momentum or movement.
Yeah. I even want to go and do the math on who could still jump me and who can't. I kind of might do that.
Okay. If that helps you focus and gets you in a mindset for the next qualifier, do whatever you got to do. But you were definitely playing really well. We all make mistakes. So there's I'm sure plenty of that.
Mistake after mistake. This qual happened.
Well,
I guess
is
that's
there
what I
anything
could
else?
chalk it up to. Or just mistake.
Is there anything else
after
you'd like
mistake.
to ask IT guy?
Nope.
Okay. Any other last thoughts on this seed in general, Sin? How'd you feel about where Hammer locking a long shot?
Felt okay with it being there instead of just Stone Jabu.
True. Yeah, everyone's like, "Where's Rudo's ladder?" And then we find it. It's like, it doesn't matter anyways. All right. Well, again, we appreciate your time for this interview, and I think you did very well.
Yep, no problem.
And I'm looking forward to your next qualifier.
Yeah, and apologies to everyone who's listening to me like complain and rant right now.
No need to apologize. We've all been there. All right. Anything else you want to add, IT guy, before we hand it off to baseball to wrap this up?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching today's qualifier. The next one is on Saturday at a time that I don't remember, but I will look at right now. Oh, 5 p.m. Eastern. Look at that. I will not be there, but you'll be joined by many of the same trackers and probably the same commentators. So it should be a good time. So join us for that. And I just want to thank everyone involved with the restream today, especially our runners for agreeing to be on restream. I know it's not easy to be on restream in the qualifiers, especially like this late when there's so much pressure. So thank you, Alpha, Zeph, Hyper, and Cine, for being on restream today. I really appreciate it. So thanks. And of course, our wonderful commentators, Burrito, new IT guy. You guys are awesome, as always. Looking forward to the comms on Saturday. And our wonderful tracking team, Mr. Moxie, Carliana, Tom will talk. You are all wonderful, and thank you so much. We are going to head over to Gunzor, who is playing some OOT and Rando, the combo Rando. Very exciting. So I hope you enjoy that, and we will see you next time. Bye.